Hello, my brothers and my sisters. I wanted to take this time out to drop a note to you so I could talk to you about where we're going in the kingdom and some of the initiatives that we want to start so that now we can become more proficient about doing the work of the King. I use that particular phrase because I want us to begin to take on a different language concerning how we approach doing work for our Lord. He is the King. And we have to begin to confront this idea in our own mindsets concerning what does the King want. And I know that for many of us, that word almost sounds like we're putting ourselves to work solely for the purpose of the King, which we are. But we need to begin to understand the benefits that come along with asking that question, what does the King want? There are many things that he desires for us to have. He wants us to walk in peace, to have wholeness, to have a sense of fullness and joy in our lives. And we have to begin to look at allowing God to administrate those things in our lives so that now we can be free to do his will. One of the things that I'm really interested in as far as us understanding what the King wants is us coming to the place where we're able to discern how to live in this realm right here. One of the reasons why is because the enemy seeks to use the facts of this reality to seduce and to deceive us into believing that what he wants for our lives, the Lord that is something that is unattainable. But that's not true. The reality is that what God says that he desires for us to become, we can have it. But we have to begin to administrate that truth in our lives. So we must discern the lies of the enemy, even when he would try to come in and sometimes sabotage our own feelings and our own emotions. We have to rise above that and discern that it's him doing that and not yield places for him to enter into our lives. So we must take on this quest of discerning how the enemy would try to seduce us. And I'm sharing that with us because I want us to take on a new initiative where we begin to train ourselves to use the language of the King so that now we can advance his cause in our lives. I'm going to be asking us to purchase some books because in order to extend our language, we have to learn some advanced language that helps us to hold on to the facts that we're redeemed and that we've been empowered and that we're conquerors and that literally because of the Lord being in our lives that there's something greater operating in us in the realm of this reality that causes us to be able to have revelation to conquer. We must begin to use this language in our own mindsets that we actually have to begin to rethink how we think about letting God equip us and empower us so that now we find ourselves walking in the mindset of victory and our perception about who we are and our own individual identity is being locked up in words that allow us to use the power of the kingdom. So I'm going to be starting a new initiative and we're going to be taking on several different items to use to help to empower our language so that now we're able to speak into our own individual lives and into the lives of others concerning our true identity in being kings in this realm. So I want to at least give you this information so that you have some heads up about where we're going, and I'm hoping that all of you will join me in this journey. I'm going to ask you to get your accountability partner with you so that now the two of you can talk daily about the language that you're learning to use to help us to walk in this realm. Let me give you two examples. I often talk about this phrase that we're made for this time and this time is made for us. Well, the truth is this right here is that God deposited us here and he gave us the strength so that now literally we're called to conquer in this time. We're able to do so. We're made to conquer this. As sure as David was made to conquer Goliath, we're made to conquer our problems. Another truth is this right here. There's nothing that has happened to you that God has not examined it and made it to work for you. And so in other words, even when the enemy is trying to do something evil, God will cause it to work together for your good. We need to begin to take on these principles and the mindsets right now. We can speak the peace of God into what God has called for us to have victory over. Well, I'm going to close for right now, but I hope that all of us will join in on the journey. Share this with your friends so that all of us can become one in this initiative. I'll be sending out the information that we'll be using to study and to reframe and to reconsecrate our mindsets to a new idea of thinking, and also the tools that we'll be using to advance our language concerning the King and what he wants. All right, God bless. I'll talk to you soon.